all the Parijans who have gathered at the US youth camp. First of all, I would like to congratulate on behalf of myself and Adarni Mummy that we so much wish to be with you, and we were so much hoping that this great congregation that is taking place in US at the moment would accomplish all the objectives that you have set in the mind. But unfortunately, some commitments here, some obligations here have not allowed us, have not provided us the opportunity to be with you, and I sincerely apologize on behalf of us from here in Shantikunj. The reason for, I think, any activity to take place is to consider that what we would like to achieve out of this great endeavor, out of this great effort, and what is the real objective out of any activity. In scriptures, in Vedic scriptures, a discussion comes between Shankaracharya and his disciple, and the disciple asks a question to Shankaracharya, and he says that who is this person who really attains the truth, who really attains the purpose in the life. And Shankaracharya says that there are three types of people. First, he said that the people that most of this world belong to are those who have got curiosity. He said they are the people who have got a question, but they do not necessarily want to know the answer. He said they are like children, that children have got a question, but they do not really want to know the answer. Children, they ask, what is this? By the time you answer, what is that? By the time you answer, what is that? So he said that most of the people in the world are exactly like that. They have got a question, what is yoga? By the time you answer, what is spirituality? By the time you answer, what is tantra? So they have got different questions, but they do not necessarily want to know the answer to the question that they have asked. He said, and second type of the people are those who have got a question, but they also want to know the answer. And he said, but the person who achieves the purpose, the person who achieves the truth, the person who seeks the real objective of the life is the one for whom this question that whether I should find a purpose in the life or not is the question of life and death. That unless he gets the answer to this question, he would not stop. I share you one story of Swami Vivekananda. Rabindranath Tagore in his time wrote a poem called I Met God. And what Rabindranath Tagore used to do, that Ganga is 1.5 kilometer wide in Calcutta. So he used to unchain the boat from one end and would float to the other end. And in the peace, in the tranquility, in the middle of the night, Rabindranath Tagore would write the poem. So Rabindranath Tagore wrote a poem called I Met God. And in the middle of night, Swami Vivekananda swam across half of the Ganga. He swam across half of the Ganga to reach to the boat and asked him the question that, have you met God? And Rabindranath Tagore fumbled. He said, why don't we have a cup of tea and then I answer your question? So Vivekananda said, then you haven't, and he jumped back. For him, it was a question of life and death. For him, it was a question that whether this is the path that I want to take. And I think that is a question that comes to us, especially to the younger generation, that what is the direction that we want to have in our life? What is the purpose of this life? What is the objective of this life? You know, life have got two objectives, two potentials. Ram is coming from us and Ravan is also coming from us. Krishna is coming from us and Kans is coming from us. Buddha is coming from us, Angulimal is coming from us. So we have got this possibility that either we can take this extreme of possibility of being enlightened soul, being a soul who has got, in the words of Gurudev, Atma Santosh, satisfaction, Lok Shraddha, respect, and Devi Anugrah, support from above. Either we can be that individual, or we can be the individual who do not want to look at their lives themselves. Their conscience is full of guilt, their conscience is full of sorrow, their conscience is full of pain. And the life is beautiful if we are living the last few breaths of our life and we look at every chapter of our life and we think, oh yes, I lived this life with utmost perfection. I lived this life with full satisfaction. There is not a single line in my life which I want to change. There is not a single word in my life which I want to live in a different way. And either we can live life with that beauty, with that perfection, with that grandeur, with that satisfaction, or we can live life with sorrow. We can live the life with pain. We can live the life with unsatisfaction. We can live life with no direction. And I think the opportunity has come to us in the words of Gurudev that now Bhagwan, Lord, is waiting to select the the person that who is ready to sacrifice their lives and give the direction to their own lives. One tree is born in the jungle and one tree is born in the bag, one tree is born in the with the horticulture, really beautiful shape. So, we can live life like 600 million people are living on this planet, but we do not remember the name of every single soul. We do not remember their name. We remember the names of the people who have done remarkable things in their life. We remember the name of Gurudev, we remember the name of Ramakrishna Paramhans, we remember the name of Arvind, we remember the name of Maharshi Ramana, Vivekananda, endless list, but there are the people who have done remarkable things in their life. And I think this youth camp, if should provide anything, it should provide direction to your life. It should provide an objective to the life. It should provide an aim, purpose, objective, sense, motive, agenda for this life, that okay, this life has been given to me, whatever happened before, now from this moment onward I should decide that this is the path that I am going to take. And the reason it is so difficult for us to struggle for this finding the purpose in the life, because we are so fractured individuals, we are so disintegrated individuals. It is difficult for us to know that what we really want. In the morning we want something else, afternoon we want something else, evening we want something else, night we want something else. There are 30 different individuals in the same person and they all are asking for different things. So, we need to consolidate, focus, concentrate and think about the single objective in the life, and then we have got this determination, then we have got this power, then we have got this value for the life. And once determination is there, the second thing we need is courage. All the people who have walked on the path, you know, that we now consider of respect, then now we think that okay, they did remarkable things, whether it was life of Gurudev, Vivekananda or anyone else. That time it must have been the most difficult path for them, that time most difficult path. Remember Satyavadi Harishchandra, you know, who can have the more painful life than Harishchandra, that he was king, became a pauper, then he had to, his wife was gone, son died and he had to take the money to bury his own son, to actually do the cremation for his own son. Painful life for them, but now we remember with full respect. We remember the life of Gurudev, but full of adversities, full of arduousness, full of difficulties, full of struggle. We remember the life of Vivekananda, you know, died at such an early age and he had more than 20 diseases by the time he left. Their life was difficult. We remember the life of Isa Masih, Jesus Christ, but their life was difficult. Their life was difficult because remember the last few minutes of Jesus Christ, you know, 13 disciples he had, one betrayed, 11 said we don't know. The moment they know that Isa Masih, Jesus Christ was about to be hanged, they changed their names, they changed their addresses, we don't know this person, sorry, we never heard of him. They changed. And one person was walking next to Jesus Christ crying that okay, you know, he had sympathy. Police caught him, who are you? Why are you crying? And he said, oh sorry, I don't know him, Jesus Christ, I don't know who he is. He left absolutely alone. He left full of pain. He left bleeding. Who can have a more painful death than him? But then now we remember him with respect. We remember him with Shraddha. We remember him with Nishtha, because they stick to the path despite of knowing that this was a difficult path, but they chose to live that path because this was a difficult one, and they thought that if we have committed to this path, then we should embrace all the adversities, we should accept all the challenges that are coming to our way with full courage, full determination. And if anything else that can come out of the youth camp, and the last thing that I would say is to have compassion for each other. We need determination, we need courage, but we also need compassion. You know, even divinity, if it comes down to this planet, it wants other people to be. Ram was looking for Sugriv, Hanuman, Nal Neel, Jamvant, they were people. And similarly, you know, Gurudev was looking for people too. If there is compassion, if there is commitment, if there is solidarity for the cause, if there is unity, then we would be able to achieve anything. So, I think, you know, the purpose of the youth camp should be fulfilled and accomplished in this sense. We convey our deepest wishes to you for the success of the youth camp. Adarni Papa is there, Gurudev's blessings are there, Mataji's blessings are there, all the senior Karyakartas are there, all the senior Parijans of Shantikunj are there, and I hope that you would get the opportunity to be with them fully and to learn from their lives, from their discourses, from their teachings, from their messages that they are conveying of Gurudev and Mataji. With our full wishes, I end it here. Many thanks to all of you for listening.